I say, cool. The views and opinions expressed by guests and or comments are those of the persons who submitted them and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of In the Clutch Sports Talk and More podcasts. Any content provided by guests are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company of any individual or anyone or anything. Hey, one thing about it, I hope they I hope we might need to play that disclaimer again.
Oh yeah, several times.
Oh yeah, throughout the show. I agree.
The views and opinions are not necessarily aligned with In the Clutch Sports Talk and More podcast. So yeah, we'll see.
Everything we say is alleged.
Right.
Allegedly.
One person. That's you.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna share it to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Let a couple more people get on in here, and then we'll go ahead and kick it off. I wanna say that clip so that you know what we're talking about. Because I know some of the out of town people, they not familiar with what's going on with it.
Right.
But other than that.
Okay. Facebook saying we are live. The page in the Clutch page says we are live, so we are good to go. Or y'all coming in here, please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. You should see the bell. The bell.
Rock the bell.
The bell. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to give the host a cue to put the bell up there. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
There it is.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share. Hey, LaTanya, what's going on? I already know you subscribe, but if you haven't, please go out there and subscribe. Tell a few friends. Please tell a few friends. Pretty please with sugar on top. Tell a few friends. We need to get these. We need to get these views up. We need to get these views up. We need to get people out there. We got some great content. We got to get this stuff out here. Only way we gonna get it. James Johnson 4488. What it do?
What's up, James?
James, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. See the bell at the bottom?
Click it.
There I got it in. Yeah, there we go. There we go. In the lower left-hand corner.
I mean, it ain't like they can click it. They got to go on YouTube and click it.
He on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
He on YouTube. Okay. So you can go out there and for those that are not just that computer literate, we have the scan QR code over there to your far right on my right, maybe to your left. And all you got to do is put your phone up there, scan that QR code. It'll take you directly into it. If everybody can just share it and to 5 people, I dare you to have 5 different people next week tune in to us. That's all we ask. Give us 5 each.
I got some people from out of town. When I was out of town, I got a few people to subscribe. I don't know if they probably was looking for us last week, and we didn't.
Oh, so you watched them subscribe?
Yeah, they scanned the QR code, and I went down the line and like, subscribe, and all notifications. So yeah.
I guess because I put a phone number in there, it won't let me post my comment.
Where?
Because I put the phone number in. And all I said was, wait until we open the phone lines, turn your device down that you are listening on, and it wouldn't let me post it. Let me see. Turn down your.
Probably gonna still have to remind them when they call in anyway.
Yeah.
Let me see where we at. We are 4 minutes in. We give them a few more seconds, and then we're gonna go ahead and get the show started because we got a lot, and I don't want to run out of time.
Ronnie Parnell, what it do? What it do, baby boy? Glad you can join us. A busy man such as yourself. There go my buddy, my partner in crime, just chimed in.
Rodney got
Right, look, I can do the show comfortably. Oh, look at a ticket is in the building. Tickets in the building. See how everybody's there. Give it a few more minutes. Let's get a few more people in here. Come on.
Oh, he just
Man,
his people.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. My people coming in. I'm digging it.
Whatever.
Y'all share the live. Share the live, please. Share it. Share it. Facebook, YouTube.
It's gonna be hot tonight, y'all. Come on.
At some point, we got to start the show, Tia.
Oh, come on.
One more minute. Give me 1 more minute.
Okay, I give you 1 more minute.
1 minute. They coming in here because we got some stuff to talk about. And look like all these some hometown Memphis folks. So I'm sure everybody knows what's going on.
Yeah, if they don't know, they gonna know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Patricia, my number one buddy. How do I sound in the mic? I don't want to hear nobody else tell me nothing. If you say I sound good in the mic, I don't want to hear nothing else from nobody else. How do I sound?
You don't have to be that close to the mic, though, Terry.
I'm always this close. Let me handle this. I'm talking to Patricia. How am I doing, Patricia?
Victor, can you tell me if he's loud or not? We relying on Patricia, his favorite.
That's my favorite. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right, we got a few people in here now. So
all right.
We can go ahead and
good always to me.
Get this thing started off. You are tuned in to Real Talk, where if it ain't real, we don't talk about it. The topics are never ending, so if you're ready for some real talk, you're in the right place. Can't wait to hear what the crew got to say this week. Welcome to Real Talk. I am your host, D. Early. We are back from a 2-week hiatus. Part of that was I was out of town and we weren't able to, we didn't have time to pull together a great show, but I think we pulled together tonight a very explosive show. I am joined to the bottom of the screen by T. Will. What up, T. Will?
What's going on? Welcome back, y'all. I missed y'all. It's been 2 weeks. I missed y'all. Is ShoNuff gonna join us? Or
Well, you know her situation. ShoNuff is here. She's just handling some more business right now. There she go. She'll be. What's up, ShoNuff?
When I say to get away from the mic, it sort of reminded me of Rod when we was doing our podcast and Rod got up and checked on the ribs.
Hey man, leave Rod alone.
I gotta mess with Rod.
Leave Rod alone. But let's get straight into the reason why we're here tonight. And I'm gonna run this clip. I'm sure everybody from Memphis already saw it, but if we got some people who aren't from Memphis, we'll just let y'all know what are we talking about tonight. And we're not talking about the actual event. We're talking about the backlash and the divide between the people in the city of Memphis.
A shooting this morning in South Memphis kills a beloved pastor from Frazier. Police say Ricky Floyd died just after 1 a.m. outside Mama's Bar and Kitchen on Kentucky, right at Crum Boulevard. They say Floyd and a woman were seen arguing before she shot him. Tonight, 42-year-old Samantha Marion is charged with voluntary manslaughter. Now, we do not know yet exactly why the trigger was pulled. But what we do know is that Floyd was a passionate advocate for his Frazier community as pastor of Pursuit of God Church. Floyd also started programs and businesses meant to improve the lives of others, especially young people who needed guidance, in his words, to stay on the right path.
You know, he's been a father figure to me, like I said, over 25 years. And so I don't know. It's just, it's not words that we really can say. It's just that we got to do it. We got to keep fighting for the legacy of this man who did so much great in our city and for so many people to help us get where we are.
Very heavy. I'm sure everybody's seen it. They hard feel the same way.
Heavy hearts, but still full of prayer.
We understand that our heart is heavy.
As people showed up Wednesday to Pursuit of God Church to pay respects to Pastor Ricky Floyd.
He was my pastor for about 10 years. He had a good impact on the community due to the violence and bringing the teenagers together.
He's a great person in the neighborhood. He helped so many people out here.
Fed a lot of people.
He fed people. He did a lot.
Yeah, you hate to see anybody pass away, especially in this fashion. Uh, Obviously, he was a great community leader. Uh, uh, but the question that has arose is, okay, that's great, great community leader, pastor of a nice sized church. People will question, why are you out at 1 a.m. in the morning? And that's kind of where the divide has come in at. And for the record, we're not reporting any news because all the information hasn't come out. Everything that we're saying now is just different stories that we've heard or read on Facebook, other social media sites, YouTube, and things like that. Uh, I know Terry. I know you had a little something to say. You don't want to elaborate too much, but you want to go ahead and.
Well, to start off, I want to, on behalf of in the Clutch Sports and more podcasts, extend our heartfelt condolences to the Floyd family, First Lady Floyd, and for all those, his congregation, and for all those that truly loved him. He was definitely a pioneer in the city of Memphis, and it's going to be greatly, greatly missed. So I just don't want this show to be about who was right and who was wrong. We'll let the judicial system handle that part of it, and our just hearts and prayers go out to the family, and also to the young lady, because she's been without her and all that. So you're innocent until proven guilty. So again, we don't know all the facts. All the stuff is not out yet. So that's not our job that's not our job to sit up there and talk about that. Like Daryl said, we just want to really talk about the division within the city, and maybe a little bit of double standards that we'll talk about, shortly. But again, on behalf of in the Clutch Sports Talk and Radio, our heartfelt condolences out to the family of Pastor Floyd.
So, really, you got anything you want to add to that?
Really ditto. Am I getting some feedback?
No, you good.
Oh, okay. Just ditto to really what Terry said. Condolences to the family. The discussion that we're going to have tonight is not meant in any way to disparage his memory, to disparage his works, because his works speak for themselves, as we've seen people talk about. But it is something that we want to talk about because it has caused a great divide in the city, and I think we need to talk about it. So we're going to be respectful. And we're just gonna have a conversation.
And we also ask for the callers that call in to be respectful as well. It's okay to have an opinion, but this is not a bass section. Bass. What am I trying to say?
Bashing.
A bash session on either party. We just want to hear your opinions and stuff and comments and all that, but we're going to try to keep it very professional as we do that.
Right, and I tried to make a slide to put some of the comments, but I wasn't able to do it, where you can see where a lot of people, they question, of course he's a man, he's a pastor, but he's a man first, and they question a pastor being out there time of night. But from what I'm hearing is that he's always out late at night, whether he's enjoying himself or if he's out spreading the word, praying for people, praying for the city. So it comes down to, is it any of our business one way or another? I personally, and people say you ain't supposed to do this, but I think I hold pastors to a higher standard than regular people. That's just me, because of the impact that you can have on people. It means you hold a higher standard. Everybody won't agree. Everybody say, well, he's still a man. Yeah, but if you ain't the man of God that you claiming to be, then maybe you need to step down from that position. So we're going to open up the phone lines, and because I really want to hear what a lot of people have to say. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna give everybody 2 minutes. So you got 2 minutes to talk. And after that 2 minutes, we'll comment on anything that you said, and then we'll try to go on to the next caller. So if anybody got something to say, anybody want to call in, there's the number 901-214-5848.
And remember, when you call in, if you're watching us on your phone, on your computer, on your laptop, please turn your volume all the way down, not some of the way down, all the way down, so we can hear you and you can hear us. Okay? We appreciate that.
Ramel Clark, you must be you probably a first time viewer. You already in my good grace. Way to correct T Will.
Oh, I have no problem. I have no problem with that. That's the reason why I asked for that suggestion. And while we wait on some callers to call in, I just want to say something about people living in glass houses. This internet can be some serious. And over the course of this last week, I have actually seen people. Some people throw stones and hide their hands. Some people that live in glass houses, like they stuff don't stink and things like that, and throwing jabs and all that. And that's the reason why we got a judicial system. We don't know. We was not there. You were not there. It's okay to give an opinion, but you should always do it in a respectful way until all the facts come out. That's the reason why we'll never do that. But a lot of you people, and I'm not saying you in the chat, but I'm talking about you as a whole. You got to sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around somebody else's, because some of the same people, and I guess ShoNuff will talk about that in a little bit, but some of the same people that used to bash one of my all-time favorites, may he rest in peace, the custom pastor himself, Mr. Thaddeus Matthews. A lot of folks hated him, and he had reasons to be hated by some people. He did some terrible things.
Not hated, disliked, but there was no reason to hate him.
No, there was no reason to hate him, but the words that were coming out on social media, like they hated him. So, but he did a lot of great things for the city. But I saw a lot of you people says, if Thaddeus was still living, he would have solved the case by now. We would have known what happened. But you are some of the same people that I saw was wishing he was dead and talking bad about him and all that when he was alive. So which is it? You got to stay on one side. You got to stay on one side or the other. I just have a problem with people thinking they shit don't stink and living in glass houses. So you take one side or the other side. I mean, whatever side, that's your decision and your choice to make. But we got to stop living in these glass houses like you don't do no wrong or somebody has to be perfect. We all human and we all fall short of the grace of God. So just a little FYI for those out there. If that pertains to you, if the shoe fits, you can wear it. If not, just carry on.
I agree, and I will expound on what you said. Yeah, I also didn't like how there's always a double standard, when it's somebody that you like, adore, care for more. In the comment sections, when the great Thaddeus Matthews passed away, I mean, there were people rejoicing in his death, rejoicing in a person dying, surrounded by his family and friends in a hospital bed, wishing that he was still here so that he could give them the scoop on the killing of Pastor Floyd. Yeah, and that's just the way it is. The internet is a beast. It is good and it's bad. I think people forget that Everybody doesn't think like you. Everybody doesn't feel like you. Everybody's not going to agree with you. But you have to allow people to have their opinion, whether it's right or wrong, because we do it any other time. We do it any other time. You can't say, ho, 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 wait a minute. No, don't do it now. Don't do it now because we like him. He did this for the city. He fed people. He, whatever. So everybody has the right to voice their opinion, whether right or wrong. And everybody has the right to, say what they want to say, because we do have the First Amendment. So we understand about sympathy and respecting the family, but if you're going to say that, then you got to sympathize and respect every family, including Thaddeus Matthews' family, which was not done. So I'm not saying that because they did Thaddeus Matthews wrong, it's okay to bash this man. Not saying that. I'm just saying, like Terry said, you can't throw rocks and hide your hand.
Yeah, my thing is that, you might despise a person. You might not get along with a person. You might not agree with everything they say. They might piss you off. They might irritate you and all of that. But once they pass away, I use the example of 50 Cent and Irv Gotti. They had a terrible relationship. They hated each other. And I thought it was so wrong for this man to die, Irv Gotti, and 50 Cent trolled him, saying, and I'm like, okay, I understand that, maybe he tried to ruin your career and all of this, but the man is gone now. So why what purpose does it serve to stomp on his grave now? That's where I'm at with it. But one reason why we brought up the topic was like Terry said, these same people that bashed Thaddeus Matthews for being the person that he was. And I don't know Pastor Ricky Floyd. I never met him. Until now, I had never heard of him or anything like that. But from the clip we showed, you can tell he was he did some good things. But I've also heard other stories that aren't too glowing, not too, especially for someone who is a pastor. And the first thing that people say is, well, he's still a man. Well, that's true too. But I'm just saying, I don't want a man that's got too many skeletons to be the man that's leading me. That's just me. That's just how I feel on this subject. And I know when you like that person, it's easy to defend them. And I know when you don't like a person, it's easy to talk down on them. But the comments that we getting in the chats and all of that, it's so divided about, he shouldn't have been there. By the same token, you want to say he out at 1 o'clock in the morning, he a pastor. By the same token, we got to get on her too, because when she tried to get her a bond reduced, her story was, I'm a mother of 4. Okay, why you wasn't at home with your kids at 1 o'clock in the morning? So we have to ask all of those questions on both sides. But still, is it any of our business? Probably not. But since the story out there, it's gone. People gone voice their opinion.
Absolutely. And it doesn't make any sense for people to be on social media trying to bog people down, telling them, don't say that, respect the family, stop, wait until you have all the facts. Since when have people waited until they had all the facts? If you take away the name Ricky Floyd and replace it with James McDowell.
No, replace it with Thaddeus Matthews.
Replace it with Thaddeus Matthews. This city would have been, you're talking about talking and speculating. If you had read that same affidavit and it was Thaddeus Matthews, it would have been, yeah, Thaddeus be talking crazy to folks. I see why she shot him. He had no business. He so-called cussing pastor. He just got out the hospital. Why he out at 1 o'clock in the morning at a bar? And then what I don't like is The name of the place is Mama's Bar and Kitchen. But people in the comments want to say it wasn't a bar. As if that takes away that he had a right to be there. He had a right to be there, whether it was a bar, a hookah lounge, a privé, whatever the clubs is people going to. He had a right to be at any one of them at any time of the day. But because he was Ricky Floyd, and because he was a pastor well known here in Memphis, and because it was 1:30 in the morning, and because the affidavit said he was irate and aggressive with a woman that we now know he did not know, you think people are going to have questions and have speculations as to what happened? Because he did such great things in Memphis? Come on now. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. And I'm going to tell you ain't right.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, and to go back on Thaddeus was, to me, he was raw. But one thing I always respected about that man is he was just, he gave you the raw truth. Thaddeus didn't even lie about stuff when it came down to his family, about his daughter, himself. One thing about it, he was unapologetically just raw. And I can respect that. At least you know where he coming from. You know what I mean? Like that. So that's why I said, the double standard, like Daryl said about the woman versus the man being out at 1 a.m. and having kids. I mean, just to me, it's just a little, I ain't gonna say a little, there's a lot of favoritism going on. And I just refuse to be a part of it until all the facts are out before I give my opinion, so.
I mean, even once the facts come out, I mean, people still gonna say what they want to say, whether it was he was in the wrong. More than likely, the people who support him now, they're gonna support him regardless if it was his fault, her fault, or whatever the case might have been. And that's fine. Someone has lost their lives, so my thing, especially with this show, what we always say to you, we want you to get something out of this show. We want you to take something away from this show. Now, if for the people who read the affidavit and kind of know what happened, we know that he actually got in his car and was driving off. He was actually in his car and driving off, which is the exact right thing to do. And he chose, for whatever reason, to get back out and to encounter this woman again. Okay, so I mean, I don't know why he did it, but my thing is, you are a pastor, you are a man, you should know better. At your age, you should know better. Hey, this ain't a good look. Let me get out of here. And you should have kept on going. Now, I'm not saying, okay, that justifies her doing what she did, because I could look at the same thing and I could reverse that up. Did you have to use a fatal shot? Could you not have just a warning? Somebody told me, no, when you pull that thing out, you got to go. It ain't no turning back at that point. So right.
And Daryl is not coming across, for those that may think and not say that he's coming across as biased or choosing a side. He's actually giving you the facts. Sherita was talking to us behind the scenes. She actually has the affidavit. So we actually did our research on it. So the stuff that he's saying are facts, according to the affidavit. So it's not like we're trying to take anybody's side. We're just taking the facts that we know at this time and elaborating on them.
Right. And a lot of things, a lot of this was said, which I'm allude to what Karen said, that he could have been there just to buy food for him and his wife. He could have been there to turn flips on the table. It doesn't matter. That's not the issue. People made that the issue as to him being there, being a pastor, and it being 1:30. To me, that's not my issue. My issue is that at 1:30 in the morning, you're arguing with not one, but two women and a man, according to the affidavit. You were arguing with them. You left. You came back. Why? Allegedly, according to some of the comments, he's a hothead. Allegedly, he is known to argue with women. Allegedly. So we could say that that's the reason you got back out your car, because you wanted to have the last word. Because for the life of me, I can't think why a man would get back out of his car. The only reason is you want to continue arguing with this woman. Man of God, you wanted to continue arguing with that woman. And unfortunately, she must have felt threatened. She must have had fear. We don't know yet why she pulled the trigger, but she did. And there was a reason why. I'm pretty sure she didn't leave her house that night and say, I'm finna go kill me a ninja tonight. I'm pretty sure she didn't do that. People ask me something about why she had a gun. If you don't have a gun in Memphis, Tennessee, you crazy. Any woman needs to be licensed to carry in Memphis.
I think with guns, I hate guns. I think no, I'm saying because I'm not against Second Amendment rights and all of that. What I'm against is just giving people guns without the proper training. You need extra training when you carrying a gun. And then think about it. 1 o'clock in the morning, you probably drinking. Guns and drinking, those two things never go together good. So that's two strikes right there. So I mean, you have to be able to control yourself. You have to be it's an emotional thing. You have to be able to temper your thoughts and not do something irrational. Because, and like I said, I'm not trying to play down the middle. I'm just kind of throwing it out there because I want people to understand. He could have walked away. He could have drove off like he was doing. And by the same token, she probably should have got in her car and went ahead and left. They both, so it's the truth or the story will eventually come out. I'm still waiting to hear from to hear the statements from the two people who were standing right there when it happened. That's the truth, or closest to the truth as we gonna get. Right. But until that come out, we all speculating on this. The rumor initially was they were dating. Then it came back, no, they didn't even know each other. So again, here's the other argument. Why in the world are you out arguing with a female that you don't even know? I mean, as a man, why would you do that? Now you mentoring all these kids, you doing all this for the community, so you can't say you don't know better. So
absolutely.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff that I look at, and it goes back to what I'm saying. I put those people on a higher pedestal. It's whether it's right or wrong, I put them on a higher pedestal.
Yeah.
Terry, I'm sorry. Let me
go ahead.
Jump in right quick. Joe, I want to address your comment. You said if he was backing up after the witness got in between them, how was she feeling threatened as he backed up with his hands up? Now, and nowhere in the affidavit did it state that he was backing up with his hands up. They didn't say that. Also, there were two occurrences. People are only focusing on the one and they're getting them mixed up. 2 times he had an opportunity to leave. The one you're talking about, the part where they're saying that the person got in between them, I'm going to read it directly from the affidavit. Directly from the affidavit.
I told y'all we got facts over here.
Yeah. Witnesses Keisha Smith and Stephen Newsom, who were inside the business with Samantha when they became involved in an argument with Floyd. They advised that Floyd left the business. They proceeded outside to leave. It doesn't state how much time passed. It could have been they waited an hour before they left. It could have been they left right behind him. They have a right to do that. You can't say that they followed him out, because that's not what was said in the affidavit. They proceeded outside to leave. While outside, they advised that Floyd returned and became irate and aggressive. These were strangers to him. He had a brief interaction with them. Why did he return? Again, he became irate and aggressive toward all three of them. This portion was captured on the video, meaning, a good quality video, they said. In the video, Floyd is seen throwing Samantha's phone to the ground. Video did not show Samantha do anything to provoke this, or it would have been stated in the affidavit. He also threw a beer can at her. He then got into the safety of his vehicle and began to drive away. Samantha walks out into the roadway and appears to be recording his vehicle with her phone. Her lawyer said this part didn't happen, but it's in the affidavit. Floyd stops, exits the safety of his vehicle, and walks towards Samantha. I'm sure his supporters think he was going to pray for her. But Keisha is seen getting in between them, meaning he walked up into Samantha's personal space. Keisha created distance between them. Then the video shows Samantha walk towards Floyd. Why? We don't know. There's probably a part that to be answered in the court. Floyd begins to walk backwards away from her. And then let's see. Floyd began walking backwards away from her. We don't know if at this point he was shot during the altercation or when he was back, walking backwards. We don't know. It doesn't say. It just says the video shows him falling to the ground and he does not get back up. Nowhere does it say they follow him out. Nowhere does it say when, at what point he was shot. So we just like Joe stated what he said, somebody else could state something and say it a different way, and everybody gets to arguing about the facts, but we don't even know all the facts yet. But people have a right to, just like Joe did, come up with the scenario to your understanding.
Mm-hmm. And Karen King, I guess you're not my friend this week. I know you switch up on me every week. We know everybody that's seen that affidavit out there. Yeah, we know that, ma'am. The truth that I was trying to make was that we got facts. So yeah, you had the facts too. So you know what we're saying is the truth. So quit getting smart in the chat now, for we don't start with me, Karen King.
She said she's your friend.
Not today. I can't tell.
She said she's your friend.
And Daryl, and then if somebody talking bad about me, he'll keep their goddamn comments up there 5 minutes. He know what he's doing. He know exactly what he's doing. But no problem.
Nah, that's because ain't nobody else commented after this. As soon as somebody else comment, I put their comment up. I get everybody kind of
he gets it late, Terry. He get the comment late. He don't.
Hey, don't let Daryl. Man, Daryl is fooling the shit out you. Daryl know what he's doing. It's calculated. Trust me.
No.
So I'm surprised we ain't did no commercial.
It's time.
Yeah, we got to do a commercial. I'm surprised we ain't got no callers yet. Do anybody want to call and talk about the situation and get their opinion?
Everybody wanted to call in, but ain't nobody called in. Y'all, you ain't got to announce your name. Say something. Say another name. We ain't gonna tell who y'all. You ain't got to be mad, scared.
Well,
Karen. The video is evidence. It will be seen in court and released to the public. Yes, ma'am.
Well, we'll run this quick commercial because it's probably because I'm finna close out tax season. I got a few more to do, and and I'll be doing scraggles after that. But we'll run this this quick commercial. When we come back, we'll pick right up where we left off.
Let Early Solutions handle your tax preparation needs. With our refund transfer product, you can file your taxes and pay later. Restrictions apply. We offer some of the lowest prices in the industry. Save time and money with us. You don't have to wait in the long lines like at most tax prep locations. Most of our services can be performed online from the comfort of your home. Contact Daryl Early for more information.
Hey man, it's so funny. Someone asked me to do their taxes, and I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I sent them the link. They sent their information back, and I probably shouldn't be saying this because some of these tax professionals are gonna get mad. All they had was a W-2, one W-2. They sent all their information. I filled it out, sent it back to them for electronic signature. I did all that in less than 15 minutes.
Okay.
And he was like, you done already? I was like, yes.
Yeah, one W-2, sir.
Yeah, just one W-2. You know, I'm like, it ain't hard. Once you send the information over, it's just I fill it in and blah, 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 whatever. But anybody got, late tax needs done, hit me up. But let's get back to the topic at hand. Again, it's a sad situation. Regardless of, why he was out or whatever, the man obviously did great things in the Fraser community, right? Fraser. Yeah, he obviously did great things. And, it's so few times that we see, no, let me take that back. I didn't say that right. It's not as frequent as should be that we see Black men doing positive things for the community. And the outpouring of love and support for him lets you know that he did try to path a way for the youth. When the young man was talking about, all the things he's done for him, and, he's big on trying to curb the violence. And ironically, violence is the thing that took him out. He was trying to, tell the youth of, gangs and all of that, don't do that. I know conflict resolution had to be a part of what he was teaching. Mm-hmm. But sometimes, we shift away from the things that we know are right. And, I hate the outcome was what it was, but, again, we have to, like they said, keep his legacy going. And part of keeping his legacy going is, letting that be a teaching moment for, everybody, all of us.
Yeah. And then at the same time, like we had the little segment before where we were talking about some of the things that wasn't in the pastor's favor as far as the facts and what Sherita went through. But on the other side, like I said, we're not taking sides. He's done a tremendous stuff for the city. Matter of fact, this is his second time getting shot. And he was shot by some teenagers who, after they shot him, invited him to the church to mentor them. And these were the kids that actually shot him. So over the years, I've seen plenty of stories on the news, social media, or whatever, where he's mentoring kids, giving clothes away to the homeless and the needy, and food giveaways and drives. He was definitely an outstanding man. I mean, it's just a tragedy. But he's gonna be missed. And like Daryl said, we have to take this as a learning moment to get something from it, so we're not destined to repeat the same thing. And Memphis just is not one of them cities that, people, we just not friendly. We just not friendly.
No, I beg to
differ. No, well, I don't mean like that, but I mean that it's so much stuff going on, and people just, yeah.
I think what you're trying to say is like if you driving on the interstate or something, somebody cut you off, you better not blow at them.
Right, stuff like that. I'm
Like,
just saying
yeah,
we're not
like
we're not
we should know not to do certain things because it could result in something tragic.
right. Like
Because-
in Pastor Floyd's case, and Daryl said, he had a chance to walk away, but like you say, he came back twice. So I'm using that sort of same example, like you saying, as far as road rage. I mean,
Mhm.
that just leaving that first time, and we wouldn't be talking about this today.
Right. It's like
Oh.
what made you turn back around? Like, I don't get it.
And
I,
this was the
I
go ahead,
wish I had the answer to your question, Tara. I don't know what I mean. That's what I'm saying. You need training when you're dealing with guns and stuff because if he physically attacked you, then I could see you defending yourself, no problem. But she could have, from what I'm hearing, he was a very aggressive type of person. So she could have took his actions, which is probably normal reaction to him. She probably could have took it and once fear set in, you ain't thinking straight then.
Right.
Why
And
y'all
we have to
problem.
go ahead.
and just to piggyback on what Daryl said, in conjunction to what he just said, allegedly that this young lady has been in abusive relationships in the past. So you take an aggressive person on alleged aggressive person on one side that drinking could have been involved, and then you got another person that's been a victim of allegedly a victim of abuse in the past. That's not a good combination, especially if you have an argument the way that allegedly the argument went down. So I just wanted to bring that point up that anybody that's ever been in an abusive relationship, I know a lot of these ladies, you may have went through that, and you're not gonna go through that again. You're gonna protect yourself accordingly if somebody come up on you like that again after going through all this stuff in the past. So I just, I'm hoping that wasn't the case, but that could be part of it.
Shout out to Karen King, the Fraser Community Urban Garden Spring Fling, opening March 29th, 12 to 3 p.m.
Call from
4051 Point Church.
Yeah,
to accept, press 1. To send a voice.
and you're not gonna go through that again. You're gonna
Hello?
protect yourself accordingly if somebody come up on you like that again after.
You gotta turn your device down. Turn your device all the way down.
Shout out to Karen King, the Fraser. Hello, caller.
They're listening to the phone. They're not listening. They're listening to the show, not us.
You need to turn your whatever you watching the show on. You need to turn that down. Are you there?
It's down enough.
Yes.
You gotta turn your device down.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still up, but we can still hear
Yeah,
it.
I got it all the way down.
Okay.
Is it down enough now?
Yeah, you can go ahead and say what you got to say.
I got it.
We
We-
still hear it.
No, I got my volume all the way down. I just okay. Let me cut that down. Down enough. Hold up a minute. Hey, just a minute. Wait.
She's still listening to the show.
Okay. Now on being addressed. Okay, is that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Don't listen to the show. Just listen to the phone. Whatever you were watching us on, don't listen to that. Just listen to the phone. We know people, everybody doesn't know.
Yeah, we're going to get it.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
When you think about it, okay, I mean, that's the thing. I got to talk in the phone for you to hear me.
Are you listening to us on the same phone that you're talking on?
Okay. I'm gonna get away from that. Can you hear me okay? I'm not going to listen to the show. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, we can hear you okay. Just you can go ahead and say what you wanted to say.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'm away from the phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead and say what you need to say.
I guess I just hang up. I'm getting away from the phone. Well, I had got another phone so I wouldn't be interrupted. Interrupting the show is what I was trying to do.
Right, we can hear you now. Just you can go ahead and say what it was you wanted to say. Or not.
That is what hung up.
Point of view that I had gotten was that the pastor didn't. She was being aggressive because she wanted to video him being at the bar to put it on Facebook to point out that he was at a bar to show his to show the public with him being a minister that he's out having a beer. And I think that's what got him upset. He didn't want the public to feel that he was out that time of the night drinking a beer because, a lot of people doesn't look at ministers well by having a drink.
That's a good, yeah. Okay.
Just say the public, doesn't look well on ministers as far as having a drink. Some people feel like it's okay to have wine, but not say having beer or whatever. So, and I think that's what started, that got him upset.
Okay. That's the first time I've ever heard that, but that makes sense.
Because she come at him. She wasn't afraid because she followed him out, as well as him coming back in. So see, it was a problem on both of them's part as far as being aggressive. It wasn't a good thing, and it ended real bad.
Well, when you're dealing with strangers, you don't never know what you're gonna get. Allegedly.
Now, and I do feel with him being in his position that he should have been a better person, and by going, continuing to leave. I do feel that way, with everything that was going on. But I felt like that's what upset him so, because she was threatening to be able to show that video that she had on him by sitting out at the bar drinking.
And I could see how that would upset someone.
Not
to the point where I'm gonna, grab her phone and slam it down or whatever. I wouldn't do that. Thanks for the call, caller. She'll probably chime back into the show.
But you know what? That was an interesting take. Because, like you said, as a pastor, for somebody to threaten to put that on social media and about to do it, I probably would snatch your phone too if I was in that.
No, I ain't snatching. I ain't snatching nobody's phone.
No, we're not talking about you now. I'm talking about the pastor that's supposed to be
again.
That's light.
Again, that's speculation, so we don't want to.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, allegedly, but I'm just saying if that were the situation that happened, I mean, that would make me pretty irate.
But
to the point where
if you're known to be out that time of night at this place, because they're saying he frequented this place because it was near his home. So if you're known to be there, why would you be upset that someone was videoing you being there?
I guess ain't nobody ever did it in the past. So
I mean, again, okay, I'm a pastor. I'm a man. I'm having a beer. What's the big deal?
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
that.
If
you getting funky drunk and trying to drive home, that's a different story. But again, what limits or boundaries do we put on people?
Right. And just like Shonda Boy Freeman, hey lady, how you doing? I ain't been seeing you. Where you been, girl? how did he get her cell
What's
phone?
up, cuz?
That's a good question.
Y'all know this family, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good question, and we don't know why. Karen, we gonna hear from everybody that was there. We gonna hear from them. But back to Shonda, yeah, why did he feel the need to snatch her phone? Why how you had to be in close proximity to get the phone away from her?
Okay, now I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Why are you recording me?
Because that's what people do. That's what people. If I had seen Frank Ray Sr. At that same place, and I'm there, I'd pull my phone out too. Y'all, that's just what people do.
That's what they do, man. It's called clickbait, man. They go out there and they try to get that one shining moment, and you the one that's putting this video out. This ain't like no regular video of me taking pictures and we putting it on Facebook. You actually got a real story that you finna ready to put out. That's just the nature of the beast now these days. So that's not surprising to me. What's surprising to me is that this was the first time this has ever happened to him. Like Sherita said, if he frequent there a lot, you wouldn't think this would be the first time somebody tried to videotape him. You wouldn't think.
I guess I'm out of touch with the culture because it's certain stuff. Yeah, you might want to capture a moment, but not capture something to harm somebody, to harness their image and all of that. That's just too much to me. Come on now.
It's on social media all day.
Man, look, man. That's why I watch 90% of the time on YouTube, man. That's what you see, man. Folks catching folks doing something. That's the common thing, man.
This is a perfect example. I don't know, y'all probably don't know who this is, but she's a well-known gospel singer, Leandria Johnson. She's had issues with drinking, and she just recently got caught again, drunk. And somebody reported her and put it on Facebook, on social media, because that's not shocking, but that's something people want to see. To ooh and ah and point the finger, and she's supposed to be a woman of God. She's supposed to be a gospel singer. Why is she an alcoholic? That's unfortunately that's what people want to see.
And Dara, and get this. Even though Pastor Floyd was known, statewide, and I'm not sure if he was known nationally, but like Sherita said, this woman was known nationally. TMZ paying you big dollars for a video like that. That's all TMZ shows.
Oh, that's okay. I get it.
I'm just telling you.
I get it. But cousin Pat, it was said she didn't know him. She must have, or was told he was a famous person. Now, according to the affidavit, she did make the statement, "I know who you are," while she was recording him. Am I correct with that, Sherita?
Well, that's not in the affidavit. That was floating around Facebook.
Oh, okay. So scratch what I just said.
Yeah, that's not an affidavit. No, I think people assumed that because she was videoing, that might have been something she said, like, "I know who you are, and I'm put you on so-and-so. You out here arguing with a woman, whatever." So yeah. And the part about that she must have known him or was told he was a famous pastor. And so what?
I mean,
if that was what she wanted to do. There is no expectation of privacy in public. You are open to being recorded, and plastered all over social media.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't give you the right to grab a person's phone, throw it to the ground. Doesn't give you a right to throw a beer at that person because you don't want to be recorded. Not saying that that's what happened, but that's the story. So
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. It's not illegal to record in public. That's what I'm saying. That's right. 90% of what I watch on YouTube and on those apps, man, is of stuff being recorded without a person's knowledge. And like I said, in that particular case with Pastor, I mean, if you're going to go there, I mean, it comes with the territory. I mean, you got to expect the unexpected. So, you know, it is what it is on that.
But then that's even more so. I'm like, if you are a pastor and you do and you know that and you realize that, you should be better prepared to handle situations, you know. And maybe I'm giving them too much credit. I don't know.
What happens if allegedly that this has been going on a long time?
What?
So it ain't like that as far as going out late hours of the night and stuff like that. That's allegedly been common.
Well, now let me come to his defense on this. He had left an event. Something was going on, and he supposedly was there getting, you know, that's where he stopped. That place evidently is open late. So he went there. Like I said, it's near his home. He's probably been there several times before. And he went there to allegedly pick up food and take it home. So I won't say he went there to, like, he was going there to sit and you know, party. I don't think that.
So he was coming from an event.
Correct.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm just not hearing this for the first time, just on the show right here. That's what I'm saying. It's so much stuff that's been out there over the course of the last week.
Right.
It makes my head spin. I did not know that, because now, to me, that sort of tilts it a little bit back more to, I ain't gonna say even, but I mean, it's you know, the public opinion. I mean, man, this is.
Man, I'm gonna say this. And I might shouldn't put their name out there like this, but I'm gonna do it because these are two pastors that I respect. Pastor Glover, Church of God in Christ, and Pastor Danny Blade. I forgot the name of his church. They ain't out at no 1 o'clock in the morning. They ain't coming from nowhere that time of the night doing anything. So, I mean, I get it. Everybody different. He might. You know, that might be his thing. He might be the late night pastor. And that's fine if that's the case. He might have just been stopping there. But even still, even if you just stopping there, that's even more reason to get in and get out and get home. Right. So you know, that's what police officers say every night. The main thing is to make it home.
And you know what? Allegedly, I mean, you could have just as well stopped at the store. You could have left it by if you're just going to get something to eat. Stop at the nearest 7-Eleven and get you a 6-pack. I mean, if you wanted a beer.
I'm
not saying. I'm thinking. Look, hey, I'm just, all this stuff I'm saying is allegedly. I'm just saying this.
But you know how I go. If you stopping at one of them places like that, it's gonna take them a while to prepare your food or whatever. So you might just be like, I'm gonna sit here, have a beer. By the time the food come out, the beer been on wore off, and I can leave. Hopefully, you know, that's what was happening. We don't know, and we won't know. We probably still won't know. But again, and I don't want to get away from it, that I just feel like whatever the case was, once if he was, if he was a bad pastor, which obviously he wasn't because he did great things in the community, we should have the same energy with everybody that passed away. And I wasn't a big fan of Thaddeus, but I was upset with the comments that people were making after he passed. I mean, and then it ain't like you didn't know. It didn't happen overnight. It wasn't sudden. You kind of knew Thaddeus was going downhill and probably wasn't going to recover. You knew it. So you had time to think about, you know, if this man actually passed away, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? And you know, and you trash them and dog them out and, I'm gonna do this on your grave and all of this. That's just
what Daryl. I'm probably one of Thaddeus' biggest fans, but guess what? He did Bobby OJ the same way. So sometimes you reap what you sow.
No.
Don't tell me what he don't say about Bobby OJ. I watch Thaddeus every night.
I'm not saying what he didn't say, but just like people want to say that Pastor Floyd was known for being out late at night, praying for the city, checking on his people, blah, blah, blah. That was Thaddeus's job. He was a shock jock. It was known that him and Bobby OJ hated each other's guts. So what did you think he was going to say about Bobby OJ? I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying
no. But see, you changed the subject. Daryl was saying based off of he didn't like the comments that people were comment after Thaddeus after his death. My comeback to that was Thaddeus was talking about people after they died, so it has nothing to do with what you talking about. I'm talking about. No, it don't. No, it don't.
Yes, it do. That was his job. You said you're the main fan. How do you want to know what his job was?
I mean, okay, this is what I'm gonna say. Even if it's his job, I mean, you can say what you want to about Bobby OJ while he living. Once he passed away, you might not have fond memories of him or anything, but to bash him, if Thaddeus did that,
yes, he did it on a consistent basis. And told him he said he wished the maggots come up out his grave, and Thaddeus was rough. So my point is, some of the backlash that Thaddeus gets, I understand why.
You saying it's well deserved?
Now, I ain't gonna say it's well deserved, but I'm just saying karma may not come back and get you today. It may not come back and get you tomorrow, but it's gonna come back to get you.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't call that karma.
His karma ain't what you saying after he died. His karma was the things that he had to endure before passing away. That was his karma.
Because look at this.
Well, right. That was right. But I'm just saying, I just felt like that is, if some of the stuff that he did was, I understand the raw approach, but some of the stuff, Thaddeus should have been more appreciated than what he was at his homegoing service. That whole, since his passing, I mean, Thaddeus is really should be on Mount Rushmore in Memphis to me. I'm not gonna lie, he's on my Memphis, right behind Jerry the King Lawler. I don't have Thaddeus Matthew right there in the middle.
I don't know about all that.
I mean, I agree that because Thaddeus did some of the same things that Pastor Floyd did. Matter of fact, they were best friends. Let's not forget about that. So he preached Thaddeus' funeral. So he did some of the same things. I was there. He gave away food. He paid for people's funerals. He paid people's rent. He got people furniture if they didn't have none. He did all of those great things. But he was a shock jock, and that was what he did. But I don't think he got karma because Thaddeus died surrounded by his family and friends, and he just peacefully left this earth. So if there's karma, I want it.
No, I ain't talking about when he actually passed away. I'm saying for him to be in a situation where he can't come on and say what he want to say and do all the things that he normally do. That's I mean, and
yeah,
I don't
understand the benefit. What do you benefit out of somebody already passed? And so, like you said with the Irv Gotti, what do you get out of bashing a person after death? I don't. They're not here to feel it. So I'm trying. What's the purpose of even doing it?
Clicks and views.
I mean, to 50 Cent's credit, he was doing it while he was alive. I just felt
and Thaddeus was doing it to Bobby OJ was dying, but and my thing is like,
and
I love Thaddeus, man. I love him to death. But when you go to say, may the maggots have lunch with your dead body and stuff like that, you stuff like certain things you just do not say. It's just certain things you don't say.
But that was your guy, right?
Oh, I loved him. He was great entertainment. Plus, he helped the city. Plus, all this corruption and stuff that's going on. I'm trying to figure out who's going to take that over now. A lot now the story is going to drag on for months and months. But I guarantee you that if Mr. Matthews was alive today, we would have had the answers 24 hours later. I'm telling
Show
you.
enough. Show enough. Show enough. That's the truth. That's the whole God honest truth. And that was his friend. And he still would have told the truth, good or bad. They fell out before when he put out his dirty laundry, which I won't repeat, but it was facts. So
And look at Joe. You didn't like that anyway because of the voting and stuff. You the crook. Well, let me be quiet because
we ain't gonna talk about that.
But see, look, see how I matured. Because I said, let me stop right there. Because I was going to tell him something.
Well, I'm proud of you, Terry. I'm proud of you.
And
I told myself.
One crook ain't no better than the next crook. That includes the female crooks, which we ain't gonna call her name. Anyway,
I'm a little lost now.
I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm just, and I'm the nice guy. I admit it. I know we all gonna die one day, but I just feel like, once that chapter is closed, let it stay closed. Because it's you saying all this bad stuff, and that person ain't even there to receive it. So what good is it doing you to do that? That's just and like you said, Terry, I like the stuff that you telling me now. I didn't know Thaddeus said all of that. I knew he said a lot of controversial stuff, and I don't heard him say something about tell your dead mama this and all of that, which I don't like any of that.
And that's the PG version.
But even still, I'm still of the mindset that once they gone, they gone. You let that leave that alone. Let that dog just rest.
But that's just it. People not gonna do that. And like I was telling people, if you don't want to be defending someone that you love 24/7 on social media, get off. Get off of social media. Stop reading the comments. Go grieve. Do that. Because it just don't make it's something, and y'all know me. I'm very opinionated, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say and don't care. But I have scrolled past some stuff because I wasn't finna go back and forth. And I think that's what people need to learn. You don't like it and you don't want to go back and forth with people, just get off of it or keep.
Oh, stop that. I see them same conversation and you be provoking folks like a motherfucker.
I just said.
Hey. ShoNuff got look, see that's what I'm saying. See, now we can talk facts on the show now. ShoNuff ain't telling you everything. She ain't telling you her part of it.
Yes, I am.
Cause she be at them. Everything she says she scroll by, she don't scroll by. She be a part of it because I reads it.
Hold on, no, Terry. She get to that point. She ain't finna type it. She finna go live and say it.
Yeah,
record a video.
And then look, all you see her doing is looking sideways and talking at the same time.
We ain't lying.
I'm like, man, come on, man.
But no, what I'm saying is some things I do go past, scroll past.
I'm sure.
No, now I ain't scroll past this, but I'm just saying there are things I'll scroll past because I ain't gonna go back and forth.
Right. Hey, Karen King, thank you so much. She's congratulating me on. I didn't win Franchisee of the Year for our Janet King region. There was some stiff competition, and the young lady that won, she probably was deserving of it. The bank was gonna be here in Memphis in 2 years, so maybe I'll get it then. But I did receive a commitment award for my dedication to almost 30 years of entrepreneurship with the Janet King franchise. So thanks a lot, Karen. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Oh no, it ain't nothing. Hey, this is what I do.
It's your lightweight. That's lightweight.
Yeah, I just, it ain't hard to
man,
be.
Look at this man. I had many personal dealings with the man. He still owed me a microphone that was broke. I'm sure you gave him another broken one. If his was broke, I'm pretty sure yours was broke too. I'm pretty sure of it.
And I could say, which I won't, that about an interaction that I had with Pastor Floyd. And that be the reason why. But that's not the reason why. So, Joe, don't make me call you.
Joe just trying to get up under our skin.
Man, look,
he's
he's 8:15 already.
It's 8:15. You doing your segment here?
Yeah, I'm doing my segment.
Oh, okay.
Y'all look.
So we've been real serious here about this subject. It was a touchy matter. We got a new segment. No, not a new segment. We already did it once, but we're gonna do it again. And
you'll see it here on Real Talk, and it's called "You Big Dummy." And this is one where we go out there and find some of the wildest stuff. You know, a lot of stuff go around the world, some crazy stuff. But we're gonna show you a clip for this week, and this has made my dummy of the day, and I'm sure you'll agree.
Cold-blooded dummy. Oh, no, you big dummy. You dummy. You big dummy. You're a big dummy. I'm not kidding. You're a big dummy. Dummy. Listen to it, dummy. Dummy, you.
Now look, as this video comes up, you know, I always find me some dummies, but I found another good one. I found this is a deserving dummy right here. And what you're gonna notice is you're going to notice this car going through a railroad track, a railroad crossing when the train is coming. Now pay close attention to the car that bumps him in the back and watch what happens. No, rewind that D, because it started too late. They didn't see what I want them to see back in the very beginning. Now look behind. You see that the truck knocks him into there. The hands come down, which means the train is coming. So what does dummy do? He could have went straight ahead. He could have did a U-turn. What does he do? Stands right there, parks halfway, gets out of the car to go argue with the man that bumped him from behind, leaving his truck on the tracks. Now look at this. Who does that? Now, your rear end is already messed up because the guy bumped you up. So why not put it in reverse and bump him right back to get back out there out of the way of the train? But he could have went straight ahead, could have did a U-turn, could have backed all the way back and hit that car. Now, if that don't deserve the big dummy of the day word, I don't know what is. You big dummy. That's all I got to say about that.
Listen to it, dummy. Dummy, you.
Yeah. That wasn't the smartest thing for that person to do.
He had options. Straight ahead, U-turn, in reverse. It ain't like your rear ain't already messed up anyway, because they already hit you from behind. So your rear is already messed up. So you can't hurt it any worse. Oh, look at Joe.
Well, you know, that's just panic mode, man. That's just that person just panicked.
But you panicked enough to leave your car on the track, and the train is coming.
Maybe they got jilted from the back. It affected their brain or something. I don't know.
Look at Joe. Great segment, Terry. We learned a lot from you, dummy. Okay.
Joe coming at you?
What? Yeah. I guess he couldn't wait for that segment. He already had that thought out a week ago. I'll let you have that.
We might have another segment to close the show out. You got your segment ready, ShoNuff, or
we're gonna save it for next week. We're gonna have another hot topic.
Okay, we'll save all that for next week. We almost an hour and a half in. Again, a great show. As normal, I hope we learn something from this show. I hope we can take something. I hope it's a learning tool. Again, condolences to Pastor Floyd and his family. Same with the young lady, Miss Marion, because I know she's going through something right now. Taking a life is nothing. I don't even want to imagine having to go through that. Mistake, not a mistake, self-defense, whatever the case was, that still can linger on you. But other than that, the only thing I want to say is make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Join us on YouTube so you can get all the notifications when we on air. If you want to send in topics, you can email us at intheclutchpodcast@gmail.com. We love getting emails. Tell us how we doing. Tell us what we could have did better, things of that nature. If you got an idea for a show, if you want to come on the show, send us an email and we'll be glad to bring you aboard. Terry, you got anything?
No, I don't have anything. I'm just sort of disappointed that we was all hyped up before the show that so many people said he was going to call in, and
they chickened out.
Okay, well, you know,
it's a touchy subject though.
Yeah.
And people
but you knew what the subject was before you reached out and said you wanted to come on. So what changed from the time you say you're gonna come on to now? I mean, what's the difference? It's the same subject.
Well, my person called in, so might have
your person called in. Yeah,
might have had a little technical difficulties, but she called in and got her point across. So
yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, we got comments full. You know, people listening and you know, it ain't, you know, it look easy to just sit here and talk about these subjects, but it ain't as easy as people think it is. So, you know, people can, you know, they'll eventually get to that point where they calling in and feel comfortable calling in and all of that. So we'll be all right.
But we appreciate our supporters, our continued supporters, the new supporters. You know, like Daryl said, like, share, subscribe. For those that want an easy way to get to it, you see our QR code in the lower right-hand corner. Take your phone, scan it. It'll take you right to the page where you're able to like, share, and subscribe.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to investigate something. Karen seems like she's blocked off of off of YouTube. But I noticed when I try to put like a number or the FB for Facebook, it wouldn't let it come through. She says I can't comment on any post.
Who said that?
Why she would be blocked? Karen King.
What you mean? She been posting all night.
Evidently, it stopped giving her the access.
Probably because she talking all that crazy stuff.
She ain't really say that crazy.
It says it was on Facebook. She was being. Oh yeah, it was Facebook. It wasn't us.
Oh, okay.
She probably said something crazy on there. You know, they got standards and stuff, rules you got to follow. Daryl might let you get away with it on our show, but Facebook ain't gonna let you get away with it. So I'm glad you can't come in on it.
Dummy, you so crazy. Now you know she gonna get you.
I don't care. She got me all night. So who cares?
No, she didn't. She really.
She ain't said she was nice to you.
Dang, that woman got on me so bad. That's why I said I don't know if she on my side or not. Congratulations, Daryl. You did good, Daryl. Nice comment, Daryl. I mean, she ain't never said, Daryl, you wrong. Or she ain't never said nothing. You go back in the chat. She's never said nothing negative about Daryl. Never, not one time.
Well,
now, everybody have a bad day and get something bad talked about them. How come I get to get bad talked about me?
Because
listen to yourself.
Because you T-Will. What's up, Samuel Potter? That's my guy, man. We was that's my Marine Corps buddy. We spent time over in Camp Fuji, Japan together. He left me his car when he left from over there.
Oh wow, you had good friends, didn't you?
Oh yeah. We had to transfer them titles when I left to somebody else when I left, so we passed it on. But that was my guy there, Terry. Now you know I ain't no club in person or none of that, right? You know that ain't me.
Right.
Man, me and this guy used to hit the clubs every Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Didn't get back. We got back just in time for formation Monday morning.
Yeah. But when we was young, man, we had that type of energy, man.
Yeah, we
You
had.
can't get me to do nothing now. Can't get me to do nothing.
Nothing. Thanks, cuz. We so appreciate that. We hope we continue to have great shows.
Ms. Freeman, if you can get 5 people, just five people to like and subscribe to the show, we would greatly appreciate it. Please.
Thanks, Angela. Where my guy at? This Treadwell alumni here. They in the house. I love it. I love it.
Hey, Angela.
Big Randolph, what's going on?
Right,
Man?
all right.
Appreciate you.
Good looking out. There's a lot of folks, they just not commenting now. So I guess they sitting out there looking. They just didn't want to talk.
We appreciate you, Joe.
Him and his feelings. Man, get the boy, like, well, you ever glad I'm the new T-Wheel there, man. But see, y'all don't think my feelings don't get hurt.
Do they?
You don't think my feelings get hurt. Sometimes I cry when we get off the show because y'all treated me so bad.
Oh, my
but you know what? But I'll never let y'all see me cry.
Well, then we talk about that. It's okay for men to cry. Then we say that.
It's definitely okay for men to cry. Yes, you feel much better after a good cry. If you hold it in, you just gonna bust. Look at Michelle McCray. Y'all got more folks looking at you. Think you one of them. Now, how come you didn't come out here and comment? Why you come out here and talk? Come on out here and talk. You know you was one of our original. Come on now, Michelle. You probably be the #1 fan over here now. You done dropped down a few spots, but we still love you.
That's why people be on you.
Cause I told her that she dropped a couple of spots because she ain't said nothing.
You could have left it at what you said. You didn't have to add that part to it.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
At least she was listening. She was cutting the grass, listening to us.
But you know what cousin Pat gonna say? He just speaking his mind. He just
speaking. That's what I'm saying. I love you, Pat. That's what I'm saying, Miss Pat. That's why I don't care. Hey, it could me and Pat against all y'all. I like our chance.
Whatever.
Oh man. Hey, we ain't gonna hold you guys up. We appreciate you tuning in. Another great show. We looking to improve and we looking to add more stuff to the show. We looking to make this the #1 podcast in the city of Memphis, #1 podcast in the state of Tennessee, and we looking to make this the #1 podcast across the nation. But it starts with you guys. It ain't us, it's you. You guys can help us make that happen. And we really appreciate y'all. And we got a late person here. What's up, Nita?
What it do?
Project got home from work, tuned in.
What it do?
Look, Terry.
Look at Patricia. Now, let's end the show with Patricia. Yeah. We're gonna end the show with that right there. We're gonna end the show. Thank you, Miss Patricia. I appreciate you so much. You just don't know.
We will see you guys next week, 7 p.m. We don't know if it's gonna be matters of the heart or real talk, but whatever it is, we're gonna try to make sure it's fire. Appreciate y'all tuning in. See y'all next week.